Hey there. So, this is not going to be an easy video for me um, to record. But the point of these videos are not, they're not for me. They're for someone that needs some advice, some encouragement, some guidelines, some guidance, not to make the the mistakes that I make, or to um follow some advice that I give you that helps you. So I am going to be extremely vulnerable and honest because I hope this helps someone. So I have been working really, really hard. I talk about the 12-week year all the time, and those tactics that I have scheduled for myself, especially my listing goals, are are tough for me. And so I work all the time. And I'm okay with that. I really am. I'm okay with it. And there's there is one thing that has been drilled into my head, and that is account health. And I messed up. I messed up. So I'm not sure if you know, but if you are a seller on eBay, you can go to your seller hub and you can go to overview, and that page can be customized. So I'm not sure where you're going to find this, but for me, it's in the center of my page where it shows the status of my selling. And so far, I have always been above standard, but I haven't kept a close eye on it. I look at it every once in a while. And one meeting that I went to, um, I think it was probably on Monday, April 21st, I took a look at my account, and if I was evaluated that day, I would have uh, been evaluated at below standard. And I'm, I'm going to keep this real. I I went into a tailspin, and it just felt like I've been working so hard. I'm doing all this stuff and I do nothing other than work. And this is the thanks I get, right? Um, And so, I did some calculations, and my next evaluation was going to be May 20th. And at that time, I figured that if I sold 30 plus items, that it went smoothly, that, I didn't miss inventory. And that's truly the only thing that was wrong with my account. No negative feedback. It was all regarding items I couldn't find and ship and had to cancel. It was 7 of them in a year, not a month, in a year. But that 7th one put me over the threshold of, over the 2% that eBay allows. As a matter of fact, I was 2.18%. So, after my tailspin, I sat down and I figured out that I could do this. I could do it in 30 days. I could do it, right? But I had to be meticulous, and I had to be aggressive. So whenever I had an opportunity to send an offer, I first checked to make sure that I had the item. I knew exactly where it was. I could pick it. I could ship it out if that person accepted my aggressive offer, which was anywhere between 30 and 50%. And at this time, I I wasn't thinking about the money. I could recoup that money some other way. My focus was on not getting below standard. That was my focus. And I made the 30 plus sales, all shipped out, everything went smoothly. And every day I checked that status and I was still below standard. So on the 20th, May 20th, I called eBay and I found out that you are rated a month prior to that evaluation showing up on my account, on your account. So when I saw that below standard on the 21st, it was already cemented. There was nothing that I could do about that rating. So I am telling you this so that you learn a lesson from me, to take some time to straighten out your inventory, know where your items are, and if you're going to send an offer, make sure you know where that item is and that you can comply with the offer that you sent. What did I do with items I couldn't find? I ended the listing. I completely took it off the board. I ended it for all platforms. And since I am simultaneously checking my clothing inventory and my hard good inventory, it'll pop up, which I will relist it then, or it won't, and I don't have to worry about it. So on the 20th at midnight Pacific Standard Time, my account is below standard. However, it will only remain in below standard for 30 days up until June 20th. Because if I look at my overview, I'm above standard once again. So those 30 sales or 30 plus sales that I made changed the outcome for the next 30 days. And I will continue to keep this process going. I'm not going to let it go. I don't ever want to be in this predicament again. And I hope that you will never, because you will learn from me. So, what happens when you are below standard? Well, what happens is you are no longer allowed to promote your listings. So, you are um, what's the terminology that they use? Um, restricted. So your listings are not going to be shown because you're not promoting them. Then every sale that I make will get a 6% surcharge on top of the transaction fee. That's my consequence. And I'm not happy about it. Obviously, who would be? But why am I pouting in the corner about it? What can I do about it? Can't do anything about it. And how many times have I said, you don't quit? You just don't quit. You keep going. That doesn't mean that I haven't been in a funk for several days. Of course, I have been. I haven't shown up to anything. I haven't wanted to show up to anything. I feel like if I show my face, you can see it. Loser on my face. I'm not a loser. And I'm only joking about that. But it hurts. It hurts that I made that mistake. And it's not eBay's fault. It is what happens when you don't take care of your inventory. So lesson learned. I hope you never have to go through this. Um, but there's no way around it. You have to walk through it. And Everything you do gets you one step closer to your dreams. And without action, your dreams are just pipe dreams. So take control, do the absolute best that you can, walk through, and keep going. Take care of yourself. I'll see you on Tuesday.